DJ Academics checking in. I'm just kidding. We are back with another episode of Be Myself podcast. This is Olu checking in here. Not DJ Academics, but obviously I've been listening to way too much DJ Academics from the past. The lesson of today, the Beatles. We all need somebody. I get by with the help of my friends, or however the lyrics go. We all need somebody, man. It's hard to ask for help. It's difficult. But you gotta suck it up. You gotta suck it up and just take one for the team. And for the team, I mean that person with pride that's deep inside of you. We got a lot of wolves inside of us. The prideful one, the humble one, the beautiful one. You gotta suck it up. When in doubt, ask what would Kung Fu Kenny do? Or Michael B. Jordan. Now, when I look to people I want to be like, or people I'm influenced by, and I have to think of one person, it always goes back to Michael B. Jordan. I think acting is always a gateway through all of my arts and disciplines, where there's a serious side, educational side, and musical side. You can always throw a little bit of acting in there. Michael B. Jordan. He's handsome like me. I just need to work on my acting, and I can get there. But one day, man. One day. Now, what has been going on in the world? I've been watching quite a bit of these Breakfast Club interviews. One of the best ones I've seen recently was Miss Pat. So Miss Pat has a way of drawing in her audience with all her past traumas. And one of the craziest things that happened to her was molestation at a young age, 12. But she makes jokes about it, man. Like, she just goes all the way in. And Charlemagne was laughing like a clown. I was laughing too. Charlemagne's laugh is very contagious. One day he'll look back on this like, dang, Olu was talking about his second podcast. Well, I'm pretty much going to talk about everybody. The interview I watched the most, though, is Gilly and Wallow. Jeez, I probably watched that about 10 times. The second interview that they did. Not the first one. The first one was alright too. I'm probably going to watch that because I haven't watched that in a while. But I can get some ideas for a podcast. And they have one coming out tomorrow with Meek Mill. I think he has a new album. I can't wait for that one, man. Two Philly cats busting it up. Oh, this is for all the nut ass niggas. Speaking of podcasts, man, let's just go down the list for all the one I love, one I'm inspired by, including the one I'm in with my boy Deepak, the master of, you know what I'm saying. One day we will be the master of all, but right now we're the master of. Brilliant Idiots, one of my favorites. I think that's kind of what I want to do, like with Deepak. That would be great. I will be Charlemagne, he'll be Andrew Schultz. And we also would like to do some comedy. So if we can do that, one day take that and then go a step further. Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan, like that is the ultimate goal, hundreds of millions of dollars. I'll have a Netflix deal and Deepak will have a Spotify deal. 50 mil, 100 mil, let's get it going. But we gotta get serious. Enough of this talking shit. We just gotta do it. $1 million worth of game. I mean, $1 million worth of game. Wallow. I don't know, man. After I saw that interview with Gilly and Wallow, I was like, I did not know these guys were so funny. But the thing is, the chemistry they had with Charlamagne the God was different. Like it was not the same type of the chemistry they have on the show is good, but with Charlemagne, I don't know, the jokes were just 10 times more hilarious. I don't know what it was. But the Breakfast Club, I don't know, they just have a good way of interviewing people where the jokes are hilarious. And I think I know why. Because Charlemagne he always asked those hard questions, but like with Gilly and Wallow, they're way too used to those hard questions. Their podcast is all about hard questions. So if you get a guy like Charlamagne the God, Gilly and Wallow, it's just gonna be madness. It's gonna be hilarious. And serious stuff all wrapped in one. Dream Champs. Oh my god. I was trying to watch the interview with Busta Rhymes, and I don't know what happened. Nori just kept talking too much. Jesus Christ, dude. But the thing is, we all love him. He knows like all the rappers. He's friends with all the rappers, so it makes for really good conversation. But the Busta Rhymes one was so irritating. It was crazy. Busta Rhymes, I think he had the longest interview there. It went on for like 4 hours. He had to even go to the bathroom and come back. It was crazy. But still, respect to Noriega, and Busta Rhymes. And yeah, that's about it. Speaking of which, we can transition to hip hop. I've been watching the show Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix. Oh God, it's been educational, but I don't know if I watch it for the education. I probably watch it more for inspiration or a connection. I think that's a good word. I just want to feel connected to something. And for a long time, it's been hip hop. You know. So people that the best. I mean, even when I get into the history, there's just some parts of the history I don't really find. It doesn't really hit me. It doesn't make me feel that passion, that fire. But when the Biggie and Pac parts, those are hidden. I really like. My eyes are just glued to the screen. Like, and Nas, the New York Mecca, the King, and of course my boy Kanye West. We're from Chicago, so watching the Kanye West part, I don't know, man. I just feel so connected to that man. Brings me closer to God. The G-O-D. The Big Bang Theory. So, what is God? How does God connect to all these emotions, people, places, tragedies, commotion, peaceful moments? I mean, those peaceful moments where you're just like, you just stop stressing for once. Those moments, those moments are almost, they're like, for me, it's surreal. Sometimes I just be stressing way too much, sometimes about nothing. But then I get that moment of peace, of clarity. It's like, whoa, everything's still. Everything's beautiful. And that's all God right there. Because it's really hard to appreciate God when everything's moving around and you're just stressed and worrying about your next move. But when you stand still, oh man, Then after that, I guess you can put on some praise music. I put on some Kirk Franklin earlier. Yeah. Thank God for today. It was a good day. And we came home. And I looked at I think I went on YouTube and I realized there was a fight tonight. It wasn't really that good. It was Thiago Santos and Johnny Walker in UFC and Kevin Holland. Apparently something weird happened where they bumped heads, but I wasn't that much interested. It's always nice to see a UFC event, but they're not always that good. Pay-per-view ones are probably much better, or it's just much better watching it with friends. That's why I miss Deepak. Yeah. We will talk more about UFC on the Master of with Olu, me, and Deepak, my best friends. Close out by saying a prayer. Thank you, God, for letting me get one step closer to my dreams. As stubborn as I am, as unaware as I am, scared as I am, I'm one step closer. And I'm about to break. Olu, beat myself. Check it out.